So let's talk about people that lived during the holy books, during Jesus' time, before people with non-believers that were they didn't follow the trend of the holy books. They didn't follow the belief. They didn't buy it, and there probably was a few like us, because people think what's popular, they follow the trend, and also that because those books scared people with hell, and people actually didn't have science, didn't know how what we know now, the world, space, cosmos. This means that there was atheists at that time. They didn't buy what Jesus was selling. They didn't buy the holy books. Or even before Jesus, they didn't buy the religion. There was atheists back then. Even then, whether small or few, they're still atheists. This means that people were smart. They didn't buy into the God concept. They probably thought to themselves, all these people are following that path, to the religion, holy books, because they wanted the heaven, scared of hell. And the atheists were like, back then, they were like, this is ridiculous. They probably thought one thing, or probably a couple things. Probably thought, why fear something you can't see? Let's take it back to Socrates, Aristotle. Before Jesus, good, great thinkers out there, non-believers. That they didn't buy it, and they probably said to themselves, studying Homer and Aristotle and Socrates, they probably said to themselves, like, why fear something you can't see? Why fear this God? And they said to themselves, probably, we don't know how everything came to be, but I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. They're like, I'm not buying something I can't see. I'm not buying being fear. I don't want to live my life in fear. And they didn't follow the popular pack, And because of that, probably in the holy books, that's why they said those who don't believe in God will die, and stuff. The whole control concept, the fear. Because not everybody was buying what Jesus was selling. Witches didn't buy it. What is it? Do not kill all the witches or sorcerers. Do not live a witch to live. Like one of the passages that the Bible says. Kill all non-believers. I think some of the passages in the Bible say. I can't know all the quotes. Gotta think from my head. Thou shalt not let a witch to live. Well, actually, but I mean, and they didn't even actually understand Wicca or witchcraft, because I mean, some Wicca, I guess, they do believe in some. They don't believe in like the Christian God, but they believe in a spiritual sense. They kind of believe in a pantheistic, I guess you would sense. God is a spirit. God is the world, the universe, planet, something like that. I guess Wicca believes. So witches are not really atheists, but there were atheists out there that didn't buy what Jesus was selling, and then those people wanted to control the people, and they put in the book such quotes as like, I don't know if only a fool in the heart doesn't believe in God, or something like that. Only a fool in the heart knows there's no God, or something like that. So yeah, there were atheists before Jesus, at Jesus' time too, even if he existed, or the holy books and before holy books. There probably always was atheists, but they had no impact. Sometimes the bad thing, when you follow the popular, doesn't mean it's always good. Sometimes you have to stand alone. Like Godsmack says, the band, I stand alone. And you have to pave the way for the truth. So the bottom line is, some non-believers and believers do not, without affirmative, know there is a God. But now we have more reason to believe there is no God. With so much advancements, I could say there is no God because there's universe has no beginning. We're gonna we know quantum theory, quantum relativity, the gravitons find how the laws of the universe came to be, and that's what it boils down to. Now we find out the laws of the universe. When we find the laws of the universe, that's part of us on the news. It's gonna change the world. It's gonna change the game. It's gonna happen. You can't stop science. Science is the only pathway to truth. Nothing is supernatural in the universe. Everything's natural. And aliens, if they exist, more than likely they are. They evolved through different process of epigenesis, evolution, just like us. Or if they even had anything to do with our evolution, it could have been, like I said, there could be a bunch of rare alien species. To tell you the truth, we are aliens in a sense, Martians. And if there's we have cousins out there, cousin alien, Martians, whatever, cousin aliens, they probably look like us, humanoids, and probably have something to do with, abigenesis, and something to do with our cells, DNA, brain, and all this complexity, the trillion neurons in our brain. And then you have other alien species like the reptile aliens, and then you probably have the bug aliens and so forth. Species and many species. Of course, nobody would have thought of that 3,000 years ago, right? But still, they had people that wasn't buying what Jesus was saying. They wasn't buying holy books. They stand alone, but they had no impact because religion was like a government, and they killed, they controlled people. That's how it all started. It's like the early form of government. Barbarian government. Imagine if we had a government like that. Everything that the Bible had 3,000 years ago now would be fucked up. Because we advanced, but we didn't advance so much, it seems. Still holding that God stuff because we don't know how it all started. But we're getting there. When we find that, it's going to broadcast the news. People are going to be skeptics and atheists or agnostics at least. Be a lot of less non-believers. A lot of less believers. There'll be more non-believers. So, and that's why kind of when our religion was created. So, probably as far back as we can think, maybe at least after caveman days, because caveman days, people, caveman days they were just out to survive, hunt and kill, and they couldn't even think what the hell was going on. They were like a person stuck in this universe that had no idea what the hell happened, what the hell was going on. They knew harm. That's why how the evolution of empathy and sympathy came to be. Somebody pinched somebody, but "Ow, don't do that." And then when you pinch somebody, "Ow, don't do that," they know not to do that unless they want to fight with other people. That's all it started. That's how it all started with empathy, sympathy, and what we don't know about the brain goes past that in space, but we're going to get there. And there never was a God. There never is a God. You really have to analyze all this stuff. Like I said, once this broadcast on the news, the laws of the universe, it's going to change the game really, really big. And it's going to be good because some people don't want to believe in religion, but they feel like they have to. They're going to feel comfortable. And I mean, the government can be the same if it wants, but science is always going to advance to the pathway of the truth, and that's why I was atheist. You're going to get to that truth.